की रीढ़ है तो एमएसएमई उसके मजबूत कदम है जो देश की प्रगति को गति देने का काम।
हमारे देश की विकास के साथ सबसे महत्वपूर्ण अगर कोई मुद्दा है जो देश के विकास के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है वो हमारी एमएसएमईओं का कैसे नहीं, इसकी प्रगति और विकास के ऊपर ही देश का विकास डिपेंड होता है। हमारे देश का जो जीडीपी है उसमें एमएसएमई का एसएमई का कंट्रीब्यूशन 29% है।
हमारा देश कभी भी नौकरी मांगने वालों का देश नहीं था, उद्यमी देश था। छोटे छोटे कुटीर उद्योग और विश्व का सारा व्यापार हम लीड करते थे। उसके बाद अंग्रेजों ने हमारी जो ये संपदा थी, हमारी ये एसेट थी, उसको मैं तो कहूँगा चुराया और जो उद्यमी लोग थे उनको नौकरी मांगने वाले लोग बना दिया।
Most of the things, Rajneesh Goenkaji. When we talk of MSMEs, it is something which the power is not really realized by a lot of people in the country. We look at big names, we look at big factories, we look at big industrial complexes, but the actual power of economy of any country rests on the MSME sector. And the reason is very simple.
रजनीश जी को मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं कि इन्होंने एमएसएमई को लेकर बड़े समय से जो एक अभियान चलाया है और पूरी मात्रा में एमएसएमई सेक्टर को डेवलप करने के लिए लगे हुए हैं। रेल में तो बड़ी मात्रा में वेंडर डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम भी मैंने शुरू किया है जिसमें इनोवेशन लोग नई लेके आए, उनके लिए अवार्ड भी हमने दिया है। उसका भी लाभ रेलवे को भी हो रहा है और नए स्टार्टअप्स को भी हो रहा है। और साथ ही में एमएसएमई को बढ़ाने के लिए हम लोग पूरी मात्रा में उस पर बल देकर काम करें। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है हमें सभी कार्य में आपके साथ रहेंगे। यानी समाज का विकास ये करने के लिए हम लोग लगे हुए हैं। आपको बहुत बहुत बधाई और धन्यवाद।
लॉकडाउन से देश की अर्थव्यवस्था पर बुरा असर पड़ रहा है और कई सेक्टर इस वक्त मंदी की चपेट में है। मेरे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए है रजनीश गोयनका जी, जो एमएसएमई डेवलपमेंट फोरम के चीफ है। सर, सबसे पहले आपके सेक्टर के बारे में जानना चाहेंगे। कोरोना की वजह से जो लॉकडाउन हुआ है उसका असर पूरी इकोनॉमी पर नजर आ रहा है, आपके सेक्टर पर इसका अब तक क्या असर पड़ा है?
देखिए, सबसे ज्यादा बड़ा असर जो है वो एमएसएमई सेक्टर पे पड़ रहा है और लॉन्ग रन में इसके ऊपर पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये बड़ा वनरेबल सेक्टर है। इनकी तो दिहाड़ी मजदूर की तरह ये भी सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड मजदूर हैं। इनके पास कोई बहुत बड़े रिसोर्सेज नहीं होते हैं, ये अपने जुगाड़ करके अपने सिस्टम से काम चलाते हैं। और ये भी जैसे किसान, मजदूर और ये फ्रंट लाइन में डॉक्टर्स हैं, ये भी पूरे देश की सप्लाई चेन और प्रोडक्शन को मेंटेन कर रहे हैं। ये भी इस देश की इकोनॉमिक आर्मी है। 60 करोड़ लोग इस पे डिपेंडेंट हैं और 130 करोड़ लोगों का पेट भरते हैं, सप्लाई चेन मेंटेन करते हैं। पर ये जब भी कोई चीज बढ़ती है, कोई पैकेजेस आते हैं, इनको इग्नोर हो जाते हैं।
अभी फिलहाल क्या असर पड़ेगा आपको? अगर जब ये लॉकडाउन हट जाएगा तो उसके बाद क्या बड़ी तादाद में लोगों को नौकरियों से निकालने की नौबत आ जाएगी?
देखिए, आज 80% जो नौकरियां हैं वो एमएसएमई सेक्टर प्रदान करता है। गवर्नमेंट को ये देखना होगा कि अगर मजदूर, दिहाड़ी मजदूर हैं, वेजेस वाले हैं और हैं, उनको सरकार कब तक देगी? अगर एमएसएमई सेक्टर को हम स्ट्रेंथन करेंगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो लोग ही इनका ध्यान रख सकते हैं। तो इस करके इसको देखते हुए इस चेन को बरकरार रखना है। हम कहते हैं कोरोना की चेन को तोड़ना है, पर उसके साथ एमएसएमई की चेन को जोड़ना है। ये बहुत इंटर रिलेटेड है और अगर इसमें हम कहीं चूक जाएंगे तो आने वाले दिनों में मजदूरों को भी प्रॉब्लम होगी। आज हम कह रहे हैं मजदूरों को आप सैलरी भी दो, वेजेस भी दो, उनके आने जाने की व्यवस्था भी करो, उनके रहने की व्यवस्था करो, खाने की करो, पर काम धंधा है नहीं। तो सरकार को इनको कहीं
Manik, can you go on to my slide, please? Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm Ruchan Kohli. I head the events for MSME Development Forum. I would like to welcome everyone who have joined us not only from India but from various parts of the world. जी हाँ, आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत समस्या से समाधान हमारी फर्स्ट वर्चुअल कॉन्फ्रेंस सीरीज में. MSME Development Forum, an ISO 9001 certified not-for-profit organization, led its by founder Chairman Shri Rajneesh Goenka, is selflessly working with the mission and inspiration of Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi to support and accelerate the rapid growth of SMEs, startups, trade, and industries. MSME Development Forum has 11 international chapters and 15 regional chapters with many parliamentarians, corporate professionals, former bureaucrats, bankers, and media on its board. MSME Development Forum has always been the voice of MSMEs of our country, making sure government acts on the real problems which MSMEs are going through during the pre-registrations of this meeting. You'll be also asked to questionnaire which had the main issue which you are facing at this time. So Manik, can you please take back us to the guidelines? So ladies and gentlemen, there are some points to ponder. You are on mute mode by the host. So I request everyone, if you wish to raise any questions during the meeting, please type in your chat box. जी हाँ, आपके मीटिंग में नीचे चैट बॉक्स होगा, आप उस चैट बॉक्स में अपने क्वेश्चंस लिख सकते हैं, एंड मैं चाहूंगा हमारे होस्ट आशीष जी को कि चैट बॉक्स एनेबल कर दीजिए. So once the panel discussion is over, you will be allowed to ask questions and speak by raise your hand. There is a raise hand feature. जब आप मैनेजमेंट पार्टिसिपेंट्स में जाएंगे, आप पार्टिसिपेंट्स को क्लिक करेंगे, आपके नीचे raise hand का feature आएगा. So you can raise your hand if you want to ask question. Our admin team will come to you one by one and we'll take up your questions. Some set of questions which you have already raised while filling up the pre-registration forms will be addressed during the panel discussion itself. So ladies and gentlemen, we have a very balanced panel today where we have the representation from a leader who is the voice of MSMEs, director representation from one of the most prominent government bodies who work for the larger good of MSMEs, and the leader who guides us through the compliances, norms, and taxations. A panel which can drive us through a lot of solutions. We will discuss a lot of burning issues, government initiatives and schemes, compliances, possible revival and survival plan. As we all know, we have only 1 hour and we want to make best use of it and best use of your time as well. So our agenda would be to have a discussion with panelists based on the real ground issues. आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट है कि डिस्कशन के दौरान किसी को भी कोई प्रश्न पूछना हो, वो अपना प्रश्न चैट बॉक्स में टाइप कर सकते हैं. So well, ladies and gentlemen, before I move forward, let me introduce our very own, the founder member, Shri Rajneesh Goenka ji. Mr. Rajneesh Goenka, chairman of well-known Tobu Cycles Group, was born in an affluent Marwadi freedom fighter family. A brilliant student, sportsman, orator, debater, singer, and a stage player, spirited to start business of his own, beginning from scratch. He created a successful business empire spread over USA, Dubai, China, and India. Inspired by Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, he is deeply involved in promotion of MSMEs and startup ecosystem with support of Government of India and his mission of making entrepreneurial India world's manufacturing, sourcing, and investment hub and transforming job seekers to job creators. Mr. Goenka is member of National Board, Ministry of MSME, Government of India, founding chairman of MSME Development Forum, independent director of MMTC Limited, and national convener of BJP Micro and Small Industries Cell 2014. He is working tirelessly for the upliftment of micro and small sector. जी हाँ, आज हमारी खुशनसीबी है, हमारे साथ श्री रंजीश गोयंका जी हमारे साथ हैं और हमारी इश्यूज, हमारे सॉल्यूशंस की आवाज ये आज हमारी सरकार तक लेके जाएंगे. एंड इससे पहले कि मैं मिस्टर गोयंका को बोलूं कि हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें, मैं आप सभी को बताना चाहूंगा कि इस मीटिंग में जो भी इसके आउटकम्स निकलेंगे, जी हाँ, उसका प्रॉब्लम पेपर बनेगा जो कि हमारी फोरम गवर्नमेंट तक लेके जाएगी और उसको डिटेल में गवर्नमेंट के साथ फॉलो अप करके उसका क्या बेस्ट सॉल्यूशन निकल सकता है. हमारी फोरम का पूरा प्रयास रहेगा कि आपको उसके अपडेट्स देते रहे और नेक्स्ट सेशन में आपको सारे अपडेट्स मिलेंगे कि हमारा ट्रैक कहां तक पहुंचा है. सो वेल, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, लेट्स वेलकम श्री रंजीश गोयंका जी. ओवर टू यू सर.
नमस्कार.
दोस्तों, मैं आपका एक हम्बल सर्वेंट 2014 से एमएसएमई की मशाल को लेके मोदी जी की प्रेरणा से चल रहा हूं। एमएसएमई की सबसे बड़ी समस्या है कि हम संगठित नहीं हैं। जो लोग संगठित होते हैं उनको कुछ मिलता है। हम संगठित भी नहीं और हम मांगते भी नहीं है, क्योंकि हम अपने काम धंधों में इतने व्यस्त रहते हैं कि हमारे पास उस चीज का समय नहीं है। हम सरकार को कहते हैं कि भैया हमें काम करने दो, हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए। मेरी कल भी एक दो दोस्तों से बात हो रही थी, उनकी जम्मू में फैक्ट्री है, वहां उनको प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, वो एसेंशियल गुड्स बनाते हैं, वो भी इसी ग्रुप में आज होंगे। वो कहने लगे जी हमें काम करने दो, हमें कोई सब्सिडी ना दे दो, हमें कोई फंडिंग अभी ना दो, कुछ ना दो, काम करने दो, हमें तंग ना करें, ये कंप्लायंस की प्रॉब्लम्स ना हो, तो वी कैन डू इट। सो प्रॉब्लम आज इस प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से मैं आप सबसे निवेदन करना चाहता हूं, और ये प्रयास हम अब बड़े जोर से कर रहे हैं कि हम एक कलेक्टिव वॉइस बने। आज कई एसोसिएशनों के मित्र भी इसमें शामिल हैं, और पूरे विश्व से, अभी आप देखेंगे न्यूयॉर्क से, कनाडा से, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से, अबू धाबी से, दुबई से, श्रीलंका से हमारे जो चैप्टर्स के लोग हैं वो इसमें शामिल हैं। देश में आप JNK से, जम्मू से, पंजाब से, बठिंडा से, हरियाणा, दिल्ली, यूपी और उधर उड़ीसा, चेन्नई, कलकत्ता, बंगाल, पूरे भारतवर्ष के आज ऐसे लोग यहाँ शामिल हैं जो अपनी अपनी जगह पे बहुत बड़ी एक हैसियत रखते हैं। पर हमारी समस्या है कि जब भी कोई चीज बढ़ती है, जब भी कोई पैकेज आता है या कोई चीज डिस्कस होती है, तो पहले तो हमारी कभी सुनवाई हुई नहीं। 60-70 साल पहले की जो सिस्टम रहा, हमारे को एक स्टिग्मा लगा दिया गया कि ये व्यापारी, ये उद्योगपति सब चोर हैं, बेईमान हैं। इफ यू रिमेम्बर, मैं कई बार कोट करता हूँ, पहले पिक्चरें भी जो बनती थी उसमें इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट को, व्यापारी को दिखाया जाता था विलेन। मुझे एक याद है पिक्चर, वक्त पिक्चर थी, उसमें ड्राइवर जो वर्कर था वो हीरो था, और वो रहमान था, वो इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट था, वो विलेन था। तो इस तरह से पोर्ट्रे कर करके हमारे को बहुत बदनाम किया गया, जबकि इस देश की संविधान में लिखा है, इनकी बुक्स में लिखा है गवर्नमेंट की, कि MSMEs आर द जो स्पाइनल कॉर्ड है, रीढ़ की हड्डी है इस देश की। फिर भी हमें वो स्थान नहीं मिलता। उसका कारण है कि हम संगठित नहीं हैं। कल मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई क्योंकि पिछले 5 बरस से जो नई मोदी सरकार आई है, इन्होंने थोड़ा सा हमें महत्व दिया, कुछ हम संगठित हुए। कल सोनिया गांधी जी को मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा, क्योंकि जो हमारे लिए बात करें हम उसको धन्यवाद देंगे। पहली बार उन्होंने भी किसान और मजदूर के साथ MSME की बात की है। ये आपकी जो थोड़ी थोड़ी संगठन बढ़ रहा है, ये उसकी जीत है, जिसके लिए आपके भाई ने लकड़ी की लाठी लेके 5 साल से लगा है, गिलहरी की पूंछ की तरह। ये मुझे बहुत आनंद आया कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टियां भी अब MSME के बारे में सोचने लगी हैं। भैया, हमें तब तक कुछ नहीं मिलेगा जब तक पॉलिटिकल विल नहीं होगी। जब तक पॉलिटिकल विल हमारे पक्ष में नहीं होगी, तब तक किसान भाई हैं, हमारे मजदूर भाई हैं, उनका सब कुछ होना चाहिए। मेरे को ऐसी सूचना है कि कितने ही MSME भी उन्हीं कारणों के कारण सुसाइड करते हैं जिन कारणों के कारण हमारे किसान भाई करते हैं, पर हमारी कोई सुनवाई नहीं होती। तो आज ये थोड़ा सा मैंने विषय टच किया। आज का जो मेन विषय है कि कोरोना की परिस्थिति में सबसे ज्यादा परेशान अगर है तो MSME सेक्टर है। हम एक कड़ी हैं, किसान और बाजार के बीच की कड़ी हैं, मजदूर और इंडस्ट्री के बीच की कड़ी हैं। हम इस देश के आर्थिक योद्धा हैं। आज जिस तरह से किसान, ये डॉक्टर्स और सिपाही सब लोग फ्रंट लाइन पे काम कर रहे हैं, हमारे एमएसएमई भी बहुत बड़ा काम कर रहे हैं। वो भी घर घर में सप्लाई चेन मेंटेन कर रहे हैं। आपने सुना होगा, मैंने टीवी में देखा था, इस सप्लाई चेन की डिसरप्शन के कारण इंग्लैंड में लोग सड़कों पे आ गए। उस पढ़े लिखे देश में सुपर मार्केटें तोड़ दी उन्होंने, लूटपाट मच गई, क्योंकि वहां पर शायद ये जो एमएसएमई है वो इतनी चेन स्ट्रांग नहीं थी। हमारे देश में आज आप देखिए, घर में बैठे हुए दवाई मिलती है, राशन मिल जाता है, सब ये छोटी छोटी दुकानें खुली हैं, उन्होंने भी अपने जीवन को रिस्क में डाला है। तो ये सब चीजें देखते हुए आज हमें ये देखना है कि सरकार के हम साथ हैं, हम देश के साथ हैं, और सदियां गवाह हैं कि एमएसएमई, ये जो छोटे इंडस्ट्रीज व्यापारी हैं, ये सबसे आगे आके सेना के साथ खड़े होते हैं, देश के साथ खड़े होते हैं। पर सिर्फ देखना है कि इनको कहीं ना कहीं खड़े रखना, उनको मजबूत रखना। अगर जिस तरह से धंधे चौपट हो गए हैं, अगर सरकार थोड़ा सा हमारा ध्यान रखेगी तो हालात बहुत बढ़िया हो जाएंगे। उसमें सरकार ने कहा कि भैया सबकी तनख्वाहें दो, वेजेस दो, उनको रखो, उनको खाना भी दो। सर, हम जरूर बिल्कुल करेंगे, ये हमारा उत्तरदायित्व भी है और हम कर सकते हैं, पर फैक्ट्रियां चलने दो, वहां के जो नियम है, कंप्लायंसेस जो है, उसमें कुछ रिलैक्सेशन दो, उसका सिस्टम ठीक करो। मैंने बताया अभी बठिंडा में हमारे चैप्टर के वो भी शायद होंगे, बड़े परेशान हैं कि बड़े स्ट्रिक्ट वहाँ कानून बना दिए वहाँ के लोकल डीसी ने या कलेक्टर ने, वो काम कर ही नहीं सकते। सर, ये चेन चलेगी, कहाँ से चलेगी? क्या है? ओके, जहां से ये चेन चलेगी वहां से प्रोडक्शन होगी तो वेजेस एंड सैलरीज का सिस्टम चलेगा, उससे लोगों की जरूरतें पूरी होंगी। तो इस सब को देखते हुए आज समस्याएं सबको पता है, रेंट की समस्या है, इंटरेस्ट की समस्या है, और अपने टैक्सेस की है, कई चीजें चाहिए। तो मैं चाहूंगा कि हमारे जो आगे के पैनलिस्ट हैं, आज बड़ी खुशी है कि सरकार से आज हमारे साथ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एमएसएमई से,
एनएसआईसी से सर,
मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एमएसएमई की एनएसआई से बहुत सीनियर ऑफिसर हमारे साथ हैं, वो सरकार को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं। और हमारे बीच में आज कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट एसोसिएशन ऑफ इंडिया के चेयरमैन हैं, वो सरकार और हम के बीच की कड़ी है। तो आज इसको बढ़ाते हुए मैं सिर्फ आज एक कहना चाहता हूं कि हम हर साल एक बहुत बड़ा एक्सपो करते हैं अगस्त में, वो अब हमें शिफ्ट करना पड़ा जनवरी में। ये सीरीज के बारे में हमारे मॉडरेटर हैं जो बताएंगे कि ये शुरुआत हुई है, आगे आगे हम करेंगे। 2-3 सीरीज जब हम स्ट्रेंथन हो जाएंगे, जब अधिक लोग जुड़ जाएंगे, तो फिर हम मिडल ऑफ जून या उससे पहले नितिन गडकरी जी को, अनुराग ठाकुर जी को, पीयूष गोयल जी को, निर्मला जी को, इन सबको इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम बुलाएंगे। तब तक हम अपनी सारी चीजें तैयार करेंगे, जो सरकार से मिला है उसको एवेल्युएट करेंगे, हमें और क्या चाहिए उसकी। आपको गर्व होगा कि ये एक वाहिद एक्सक्लूसिव प्लेटफॉर्म है ओनली फॉर एमएसएमईज। बड़े बड़े चैम्बर्स हैं उनके, बड़े बड़े लोगों के हैं, हाँ, उन्होंने छोटे छोटे एमएसएमई के भी सेक्टर रखे हुए हैं, पर ये एक्सक्लूसिवली आपका फोरम है और आपके लिए सारी बात करेगा। हम आपके और गवर्नमेंट के बीच में एक कड़ी के रूप में काम करते आए हैं, और आगे आज के बाद हम इसकी सारी, जैसे रुचिन जी ने कहा, इसकी रिपोर्ट तैयार होगी और आगे इसको हम लेके जाएंगे, क्योंकि बोलने को बहुत कुछ है पर समय की सीमा है, आप सबने भी बोलना है। और मैं चाहूंगा रुचिन जी इसको आगे बढ़ाया जाए, बीच बीच में जहां होगा तो मैं इसको इश्यूज को टेकअप कर सकता हूं, मुझे अलाउ करिएगा बीच बीच में कहीं बोलने की। क्योंकि मेरे आदत है बीच बीच में बोलने की। तो थैंक यू एंड आई वेलकम यू ऑल अगेन। आप लोगों के आने से बहुत उत्साह मिलता है, हमें ताकत मिलती है, और गवर्नमेंट भी तभी बोलती है जब नंबर सारे इकट्ठा हो। अभी हमने एक अभियान शुरू किया है, हम पूरे देश के शुरू में 10 लाख अपने एमएसएमईज को, जिसमें आप समझ लीजिए एक ऑटो ड्राइवर भी है, वो भी सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड एंटरप्रेन्योर है, वहां से लेके और जो रॉकेट के कंपोनेंट बनाते हैं वहां तक के सब को जोड़ रहे हैं। वो अभियान शुरू हो चुका है। लगभग 10 लाख फर्स्ट फेज में हम 10 लाख पूरे देश के एमएसएमईज को जोड़ेंगे, ताकि सरकार को ये एहसास हो कि ये भी एक दुखी सेक्टर है जिसके लिए कुछ करने की जरूरत है। थैंक यू रुचिन, ओवर टू यू।
Thank you, sir. So, sir, so everyone, it's time for me to introduce our next panelist. And as sir has mentioned, he is representing the government. Let me introduce P. Uday Kumar ji, who is the Planning and Marketing Director from NSIC. Shri P. Uday Kumar ji is a postgraduate from IIM Bangalore and BE in Mechanical Engineering. He has over 28 years of experience in areas of marketing and policy formation related to MSME sectors, and has been an integral part of policy making and contributed significantly in formulation of strategies while working in various capacities. He has led MSME delegations to various countries, which has benefited MSME enterprises immensely in gaining significant technical knowledge and other best practices of these countries. He has been an immense speaker in various global and domestic forums, and we are so fortunate that we have Shri Uday Kumar ji with us today as one of our panelists. Welcome you, sir. So, sir, till the time we have all three of you, let me just introduce. Welcome, sir. Let me introduce our third panelist as well, sir, and we'll take up the questions so that we are not time bound. I hope you allow me, sir. Yeah. Sure, sir. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce our third panelist. So, CMA, Mr. Anil Sharma, Chairman, Northern Region of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, which is a statutory body under an Act of Parliament. He is a national speaker on GST and renowned GST consultant, panelist of many TV channels on GST and contemporary issues, consultant to many PSUs and private sector companies. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have some amazing panelists over here with us. Welcome, Mr. Sharma, today at the Samasya Se Samadhan virtual first series of the virtual conference. Sir. A very warm welcome. So, well, all three panelists, I would like to bring this to your notice. As you have also seen that while registering yourselves, what we have done is we have given a questionnaire to all our participants. Based on those questions, we have gathered some inputs and some key questions and some key areas which are major areas of concern. I would really appreciate Mr. Goenka to help me out to bring these questions to your knowledge, and specifically how government can help us here in these areas. We are really looking forward for. So considering that, sir, the first question that comes to our mind, and that is the need of the hour, and I'm sure everyone, all the participants in this forum would agree with me. Working capital is right now one of the major challenge which every MSME is facing. So before I put up this question to Shri Uday Kumar sir, Shri Goenka sir, I would like to ask you, would you like to add something? We have a very important question here, which is the working capital. Liquidity आज की डेट में एक बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क बन गई है. So इससे पहले कि हम उदय सर के पास जाएं इस क्वेश्चन को लेके, आप इस पे कुछ ऐड करना चाहेंगे?
Yeah, am I audible first of all?
Yes,
very much.
Okay, namaskar, Goenka ji. It is indeed my pleasure and privilege आपके साथ actually आज बात करने के लिए वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस में बात करने के लिए मौका मिला actually, and Mr. Anil Sharma ji plus बाकी Mr. Ruchin and other participants. I think for the benefit of some other people, actually participants who are logged in from I think abroad and as well as from southern states, I think maybe like I will speak largely in English, and I think probably like बीच में clarification अगर कोई भी होगा तो हम लोग हिंदी में बात करेंगे. In fact, actually like we are meeting at a particular juncture which is actually probably like a kind of an undesirable time. Like now this the corona issue, I think maybe like even 3 months back, none of us imagine that we will be facing this kind of a lockdown situation like in our lifetime. I think we always in the MSME ministry or the MSME forums, or whenever actually I have an opportunity to interact with MSME friends or association leaders, we always talk about normally funds mobilization, tenders, actually like payment, delayed payments, special privileges for MSMEs. But actually, I think the first time, in fact, at least I can say very honestly, is actually like we are learning a lot of new jargons. We are learning about lockdown. Lockdown is actually, I think we've never probably used our term in the last probably like my 35 years of experience. The lockdown, then actually like a containment, or I think this is something actually like totally shocking from a normal citizen point of view. And of course, having said that, actually like as per the MSMEs are concerned, actually like I look at MSMEs problem what they are encountering now in three aspects. One of the main issues, as Mr. Richin was mentioning, liquidity. Basically, like what is very badly like now hitting the MSME sector is how to mobilize the kind of funds which is really required to turn around the MSMEs, to bring it even to the see now there is actually we are now MSMEs last 1 month. I think most of the MSMEs are under lockdown conditions. Imagine we are losing about 40,000 crores per day. 40,000 crores we have lost in the last 31 days. Practically in any country, especially the developing country, it is not possible to recoup the entire lost economy in the days to come. So still, I think it is our duty. In fact, actually, like whatever views I also like to submit to the people, whatever views which are probably like I may talk little radical views, which I think should not be construed as a government's view, which is basically the views which I express or the suggestions which I make based on my own understanding of the MSMEs. Okay, so I look at the MSMEs issues in the three folds. One is the liquidity, basically the working capital problem. Let me also say like some little radical ideas how we can we can try to solve this working capital problem like without totally dependent on the government's support. The number two is actually like the most important thing is which is bothering everybody is the labor and workers issue. How the labor who are in fact only now after this corona issue, in fact some of the data are talking, since we always used to talk in MSME ministry, the total number of people employed in MSMEs are about 100 million people. But today the same media is talking about 460 million people who are employed directly or indirectly, not only in MSMEs, in other areas like household and like informal way people, trade, retail, and so on and so forth. So imagine now we need to take care of whopping actually like 416 million people who are literally now not having any employment. And the third important issue is actually like now how this the sector can be actually motivated. Actually now what is happening is there is a most of these entrepreneurs, most of these people actually like, who are under tremendous pressure under the for the repayments, for the revenues, the recoveries, and to generate business, they are under tremendous pressure. So that is affecting the the entrepreneurship DNA. I think now, so how we can overcome all these three issues, which is very important. First, let me talk about the liquidity crisis. As per actually like
as per our polls, sir, liquidity came as one of the top issues.
So what I will say is, let me again, I will also suggest certain radical suggestions, which is not to be quoted as a government's decision. It is my own recommendations or maybe my suggestions actually. See, today, in fact, if you look at it after this COVID issue hit the MSME sector, the first announcement was made by Honorable Finance Minister. She released up about 1.7 lakh crore to be paid to all the workers in the payroll, from the ESI funds. So that came as a major kind of a boost, so that gives some kind of a moral boost for the employer as well as for the employees, so that like at least some amount is assured. So now coming to like the last 1 month crisis, in fact, government also said to the employers, you also pay the salaries of the workers who are employed by you over all these years. So most of the people, I think, in a good fight, they paid. But now coming to the month of April, I think most of these employees are now finding it, completely like difficult. Actually, they are now wondering, ये कैसे हम लोग इसको पेमेंट कर सकते हैं एक्चुअली, बिकॉज इनको तो अप्रैल महीने में तो एक्चुअली कुछ भी बिजनेस नहीं है, उनका इनकम भी नहीं है, एंड इसको एक्चुअली लाइक जो मोरेटोरियम भी एक्चुअली इसमें वेव ऑफ नहीं है, मोरेटोरियम में एक्चुअली उनका इंटरेस्ट भी अक्यूमुलेट हो रहा है, मोरेटोरियम एक्चुअली एनीवे 3 महीने के बाद तो वो तो रिपे तो करना ही पड़ेगा अलॉन्ग विद इंटरेस्ट. सो दैट मींस बेसिकली दैट इज आल्सो योर लायबिलिटी इज एक्चुअली ओनली इंक्रीजिंग, दो इट इज ओनली अ टेम्पररी रिफिल. सो and actually now then subsequently last week honorable RBI governor ने 50,000 crores के लिए एक fund announce किया, which is actually up to 15,000 crores is meant for SIDBI for retail financing for the MSMEs. So all these announcements have come as some kind of a morale booster for the MSMEs, just to give us a message that yes, हम लोग government आपके साथ है. Actually हम लोग actually आपका जो ऐसे कुछ plan बना रहा है actually till that time actually आप जो अभी जो temporarily कुछ support मिल रहा है उसमें से आप लोग you motivate your employees and also get prepared, like for your business. Acha. Now, what I want to say is actually, this is actually not a government view, it is my own view. Now, if you want to really create the kind of a financial or working capital or, a corpus for restarting the MSMEs, now, I will put forth these ideas actually. Now, the banks have got a limitation. Banks again, they are not change their funding procedures or credit procedures. They'll ask for your collateral or up to even 2 crore तक actually आपको CGTMs में भी 2 crore तक बिना collateral कर सकता है, उसमें भी कितना funds दे सकता है actually. So my suggestion is actually now we cannot work, MSME ministry, the funding cannot work in isolation. We need to leverage the FDIs which are expected to come to India in a very big way. What is expected is actually now with this message of Japan trying to exit their companies from China, they are talking about in terms of Japan is already working out my major package. So which as per that actually they are planning to shift the Japanese industries to any other country. In fact, they have not named the country. We are actually feeling that in fact the Japanese companies who are in China can come to India. So like that actually now everybody is now looking at India as a stable and a big consumer market. So what I want to say is suggest is actually any huge amount of FDI is going to come. So why not you come out with some kind of mechanism? Any FDI which is coming to India, you reserve 10% as a kind of a funding which should create multiple number of credit guarantee trusts. Now there is only one credit guarantee trust, against which you can go for 2 crores of lending without any collateral. Now there are two issues. One is, first of all, you have to restart existing successful MSMEs. Another is actually to motivate new startup enterprises. So now we need to create multiple number of credit guarantee trusts. Any FDI which comes to India, whether it is from Japan, whether it is from US, whether it's from Europe, actually tell them yes, we'll welcome you for FDI, but you 10% of your FDI amount, you keep it in your. We'll be creating a credit guarantee trust, multiple number of trusts. You will have a state-wise credit guarantee trust, or product-wise, or sector-wise. You create as many. In fact, you create thousands of credit guarantee trusts, product-wise, sector-wise. So what happens is this credit guarantee trust will give a kind of a credit guarantee for all the existing companies for drawing further credit. If not 2 crore, we can even raise it up to 3 crore. Only thing is the credit which is being lent to the MSMEs who are going to restart should be monitored by independent monitoring council. We are actually when I say thousands of credit guarantee trusts, everything should be monitored. In fact, here actually apart from the FDI investors, should also bring the corporates. Corporates, actually big corporates who are they are cash rich or who are actually doing very well. So why not all these corporates in India?
Sir, that's a very valid, excellent point.
Yeah.
I think we all agree to it. I see Mr. Goenka has a question there, which helps us in the liquidity as well. Over to Mr. Goenka.
Uday Kumar ji, actually, I will like to, मैं आपकी इस पे ओपिनियन और गवर्नमेंट में क्या व्यू है, जो हमारी डिलेड पेमेंट्स हैं, 2-3 तरह से लिक्विडिटी का जो इशू हमने उठाया आपस में, लिक्विडिटी कैसे ठीक हो, हम आज ये भी डिस्कस करना चाहते हैं व्हाट आर द सॉल्यूशंस, ताकि हम गवर्नमेंट को, हमने जैसे ESI की आपने बात की, यहाँ पे हमारे A1 साइकिल के ओंकार जी भी हैं, हीरो साइकिल से भी हैं मिस्टर राय, देयर सो मेनी पीपल, अपने बठिंडा से कृष्ण गर्ग जी हैं, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ हॉकी एसोसिएशन। इन्होंने ये इश्यूज उठाए कि हमें वो जो डिलेड पेमेंट्स हैं, पीएसयू से हैं, गवर्नमेंट से हैं, कॉर्पोरेट से हैं, इनसे हैं, एक तो ये हमें अगर मिल जाए इमीडिएटली, अपार्ट फ्रॉम बैंक ब्रिज लोन्स, बैंक फंडिंग एडिशनल 25% whatever, so this can at least take care of lot of our liquidity, और 25-30% हमें रिलीफ होता है। इस पे सरकार का क्या व्यू है और आप इसमें क्या हेल्प कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हम इसको चाहते हैं, गवर्नमेंट इसके सीज्ड है, गवर्नमेंट के बारे में ध्यान कर रही है, तो कैन यू just first you give it and then I'll request Mr. Anil Sharma to say on this. And
to add up to this, sir, just to add up to this, also not just the government sector, I think private sector also plays a very important role here. So if there can be some mandate, from the government, so just enlighten us, sir, there, please. I think that will be very valuable.
अच्छा, लिक्विडिटी में आप लोग, आई मीन रजनीश जी आप बोला थे, एक्चुअली लाइक सी देयर इज ऑलरेडी गवर्नमेंट में जो डिलेड पेमेंट के लिए ऑलरेडी एक्सिस्टिंग मैकेनिज्म्स अवेलेबल है। एक तो डिलेड पेमेंट का एक्ट भी है, उसके अलावा एक्चुअली आपका जो एक एमएसएमई समाधान का जो मैकेनिज्म भी है। थर्ड इज एक्चुअली लाइक ट्रस्ट का प्लेटफॉर्म भी ऑलरेडी गवर्नमेंट ने लॉन्च किया इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बिल डिस्काउंटिंग स्कीम में, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ दिस ऑल द थ्री स्कीम्स वर नॉट followed in letter and spirit by most of this both the big companies, corporates, the PSUs, as well as by the MSME themselves, because there is a charges for it actually. अभी in fact honorable मंत्री जी भी lunch के time में कुछ वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस किया था, वो भी बात कर रहे थे, this bill discounting system should be now become more active and become more robust. Now it should be made mandatory instead of making it as an option. Now it should be made mandatory that जो अभी MSMEs है, कोई भी जो सप्लाई कर रहा है गवर्नमेंट को, कॉर्पोरेट को, और कोई जो बायर को, they have to make it now. अभी भी है 500 crore टर्नओवर कंपनी को मैंडेटरी उसमें रजिस्टर करना, बट ओनली थिंग इज एक्चुअली उसके बाद जो बायर्स का जो उनका स्ट्रेंथ का ऊपर ये बिल डिस्काउंट होता है एक्चुअली बाय द पार्टिसिपेटिंग बैंक्स। बट क्या होता है एक्चुअली लाइक बायर्स एक्चुअली दे आर नॉट वेरी कीन टू लेंड सपोर्ट। So now I think this particular mechanism, trust mechanism है now, in fact इसमें actually like there are also some associations demand करते थे up to 100% तक इसमें bill discounting करना चाहिए actually. So if you ask me, my personal view is yes, actually I think up to 100% तक इसमें जो trust का platform में है उसमें actually like as a special case till this normalcy restore होने के तक 100% trust platform में आप actually इसको insist कर सकता है। उसको cash flow के लिए like the banks and the NBFC के अलावा actually I think we can also bring in more corporates for bill discounting. In fact अभी बहुत इसमें जो participating जो platform है 3 companies है इंडिया में, वो 3 companies में ज्यादा लोग participate नहीं कर रहा actually, but actually my point is actually इसमें अभी जो liquidity increase करने के लिए first of all government अभी लॉकडाउन को पहले भी गवर्नमेंट ने एक ऑर्डर इश्यू किया था, all the vendors payment, supplier के पेमेंट तुरंत रिलीज करना चाहिए। In fact इवन हमारा जो कंपनी में NSS में भी हम लोग इशू किया तुरंत एक्चुअली, कोई भी पेंडिंग है इवन उनका बिल में कुछ इशू होगा तो भी हम लोग को एटलीस्ट ऑर्डर पेमेंट करके उनको वेंडर को थोड़ा सा एक्चुअली हम लोग रिलीफ दे दिया था एक्चुअली। तो ऐसे एक्चुअली
जो अभी जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं
जी
दे आर आस्किंग बिल डिस्काउंटिंग इज देयर इज वन सॉल्यूशन।
हाँ जी जी अवेलेबल है,
दे आर ऑल आस्किंग, वो सब चाह रहे हैं भैया हमारी पेमेंट्स करें ना जी, बिल हमें डिस्काउंट, हम चाहते हैं कि इस कोरोना टाइम में हमें immediate payment, because MSME forum is after this we are going to press and follow with Ministry of Corporate Affairs and other concerned ministries that even to the private sector they should push that all the pending payments should be given to our MSMEs immediately. There are this is a warlike situation, very
it's a war only.
In this situation we have to release our all blocked barriers, you know.
Sir, there is a question from Gayatri Mohandas on the same note. She is saying that state governments, departments and HPCL are not honoring claims within 45 days for MSMEs. And that also brings my question for Mr. Anil Sharma. State governments are not considering EMD exemptions, and they are also not honoring claims on GST, especially for contractual manpower supply. So, Mr. Sharma, some views on that.
Thanks for giving this opportunity over here by Goenka ji and MSME Forum. Friends, as we all know that this war is going on, and we all are, means all stakeholders, maybe government, maybe MSME or other sectors, are facing a lot of problems on this cash crunch. Yes, I do agree that government or the banks or other people are not honoring the claims of MSMEs or other sectors. Those are going to them. There may be some because of their working procedure and all. And the main problem for a cash crunch that we have to address first at any cost. And for this, government has taken a lot of steps also, but I think that is not sufficient to keep the cycle going on. See, today we are having approximately 7 lakh crore rupees in surplus with the banks. So when banks are having this much of amount with them, and moreover RBI has reduced their reverse repo ratio and discouraging the banks to keep the money with RBI. At the same time, repo ratio has also been, though increased by RBI, it is on higher side, but still it is making funds available to the bankers, especially for this purpose only, so that the bank can give this money into the market, maybe to the lenders or the consumers or the household people or the other consumer of the banks. The idea is to make the liquidity in the market. Still, we are facing problem, and our cycle has no doubt disturbed, and we are not in a position to make this cycle operative. And as you know that government has given, RBI has released 50,000 crore rupees to bankers with the idea to have a liquidity in the market. At the same time, income tax department has given refunds of income tax as well as of GST refunds against exports to the assessees. So in income tax, they have reduced the refunds, or they have already started giving relief refunds of income tax up to the limit of 5 lakh rupees to 14 lakh assessees. So 14 lakh assessees, including MSMEs, has got benefit of this refunds, which are having amount less than 5 lakh rupees. And other side, to 1 lakh assessees, 1 lakh assessees or the exporters has been given a refund from custom side. The process has already started, and people are getting money from that. The idea is only to make a liquidity. And we, as one point was coming, that whenever the people are approaching CDB and other bankers for subsidized interest, which is 5% rate of interest for loan to opposition, people are, and that too without collateral security, but people are not getting loan. So here the government machinery should act fast, so that they should be given this loan or the money to the MSMEs or the manufacturing units, so that they can start their production immediately. See friends, in MSME or any manufacturing sector, we have two types of cost. One is fixed cost, another is variable cost. Variable cost as of now is standstill because there is no operational going on, but fixed cost, which is salary, is one of the fixed cost. Your utility bill, power sector bill is there, which is fixed amount that each MSME has to pay, and interest of finance. So in case of finance interest, it can be deferred, though moratorium period has been extended. But my request to the government is, and I will request Goenka ji also to take up this matter with the government and finance ministry, then apart from moratorium period extension, interest should also be waived off for this moratorium period. Interest should not be imposed on that. It will be a good help to the MSME sector and to individual also. And on the other side, in case of salary and wages, because see, all MSMEs or the majority of the MSMEs are contributing to ESI Provident Fund and all. So today when MSMEs are not having money or the cash to payment of the wages, and government wants to ensure wages, so this Provident Fund and ESI department should be used, or their fund should be used to pay the wages to MSME daily wages of the workers working in MSME sector or other sectors where cash crunch is there. So otherwise it happens that we pay PF every month to the Provident Fund department having compliances, but today because Provident Fund has excess money, so that money can be used for the payment of wages because it has both communication and the government is having data with them. So with this type of measures immediately, this relief, and utility bill can also be deferred. Utility bill, see, we all are having on our record that how much power is being used by each unit of MSMEs or manufacturing sector. So let they have power supply regularly. But
Mr. Sharma, there is a question coming up. Payments are not coming, and GST can be deferred if the invoice has been raised. So what's your take, Mr. Sharma, on that?
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat the question?
So the question is, if you agree, Mr. Goenka, the payments are not coming on time, and GST cannot be deferred if the invoice has been raised.
No, sir. For this purpose, government has already made it clear that for the month of March, April, May, the returns GST 3B and GST 1 has been deferred till last week of June. And for the month of March, government has given an option to the people that for the month of March, the companies having turnover more than 5 crore rupees, they can file their returns without any interest, without any late fee up till 5th of May. So means for the month of March, your due date is 20th of April. And if you file this return of March, yani GST 3B, on or before 5th of May, there is no late fee, there is no interest at all. And if you file your return for the month of March of GST 3B beyond 5th of May, but before 30th of June, you will charge interest at the rate of 9% instead of 18%. So if you go beyond beyond June 2020 for the month of March, then 18% interest will be applicable. So this relief has been given to all assessees under GST, and the MSMEs or the business units having turnover less than 5 crore rupees, they will not be charged any interest or late fee or fine till 30th of June for March return.
Amazing, sir. Very insightful. I think a lot of us got to know that, what's the kind of relaxation that has been given by the government. Quickly, we have very less time left. I will go over to Mr. Goenka. I think he has a question there. Sir, over to you.
Sir, I will now request Ruchin to take up the questions because a lot of people are raising hand. Now, please give them some time.
So if Mr. Shri Uday Kumar ji and Shri Anil Sharma ji, I think we have a lot of questions as well coming up. Would you like to take up those questions? So I would advise my admin team to please take up those questions.
Mr. Jain raised the hands.
Mr. Deepak Khanna, have you raised your hand? You want to say something? Okay, I'll move.
Mr. Krishan Kumar Garg.
Mr. Krishan Kumar Garg, absolutely. Mr. Krishan Kumar Garg, I've unmuted you. Please speak.
But 1 minute.
Yeah, so we are short of time, so I would request to immediately put up your question so that our panelists can answer that.
Okay. सभी को मेरा नमस्कार. ज्यादा लंबी बात नहीं करूंगा. जैसे मैं एक ही बात करूंगा, बाकी क्वेश्चन मेरे दूसरे भाई उठा रहे हैं. मैं एक क्वेश्चन करूंगा जो आज के दौर में सबसे मुश्किल जो उद्योग चल रहा है, कूलर एंड फैन इंडस्ट्री, जो पिछले 8 महीने से माल बना के रखी हुई है या मार्केट में डिस्पैच कर चुकी है. अभी उसका रीपेमेंट आने का टाइम था, वो खत्म हो रहा है और हमारा जो टोटली सीजन है मुश्किल से 20 दिन बाकी है. अगर गवर्नमेंट इसको इमीडिएट एसेंशियल गुड में डाल के इसको रिलैक्स नहीं करेगी तो ये जो कूलर और फैन की इंडस्ट्री है अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड, तो ये मुझे लगता है, मेरे बठिंडा की बात करूं तो सबसे मेन होम इंडस्ट्री यही है और पूरे इंडिया का इशू है. ये करंट इशू जो आगे गर्मी आने वाली है, इसमें लोग भी परेशान होंगे. उनको जैसे सब्जी चाहिए, ग्रोसरी चाहिए, कूलर और पंखा भी चाहिए. बस.
Thank you, Mr. Garg. Thank you, Mr. Garg. Sir, Shri Uday Kumar ji, would you like to answer this?
इसमें एक्चुअली एक्चुअली मिस गर्ग जी ने बोला, एक्चुअली ऐसे सभी सेक्टर में सभी सप्लायर के ये प्रॉब्लम, अभी जो रीपेमेंट पेमेंट का रिकवरी तो बहुत एक्चुअली अभी इतना डेलिकेट काम हो गया, बिकॉज अभी लोग लॉकडाउन में है, कहीं नहीं जा सकता. एक्चुअली अभी गवर्नमेंट का डेफिनेटली गवर्नमेंट का इसका पूरा में स्टडी किया. गवर्नमेंट ने एक्चुअली एक पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर के लिए नहीं, सभी सेक्टर के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने कुछ डेफिनेटली लाइक पेमेंट मैकेनिज्म वर्कआउट करेगा. एक्चुअली ये जो ट्रस्ट का जो मैकेनिज्म है, आई थिंक वो तो अभी एक्टिवेट कर देंगे गवर्नमेंट. इसके अलावा एक्चुअली ऐसे जो रिटेल सप्लायर है, अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड सप्लायर्स के लिए डेफिनेटली आई थिंक सो इसका एक ही रास्ता है एक्चुअली, लाइक गवर्नमेंट ने मल्टीपल ऐसे ही जो क्रेडिट यूनियंस और क्रेडिट गारंटी ट्रस्ट और यू नो लाइक मैकेनिज्म से क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा एक्चुअली. सी बेसिकली लाइक यू नो देयर हैज टू बी नाउ ट्रस्ट एंड म्यूचुअल हेल्प का जो फैक्टर है वो ज्यादा का जरूरत है एक्चुअली. तो गवर्नमेंट का भी लिमिटेशन है, बिकॉज गवर्नमेंट डज नॉट हैव सो मच ऑफ रिसोर्सेस एंड मनी एक्चुअली. Unless government creates some money from FDIs, from MNCs, corporates, so the money has to be pulled up. The money has to be used for stimulating the growth as well as for rotating the cash in the economy.
Sure, sir. Mr. Garg, point very well noted. We have also documented this and we'll take this up offline as well. My next question, I think Mr. Shaji raised the hand. Admin team, can you please unmute Mr. Shaji? He's our chapter member from Dubai. So, Mr. Shaji, please talk about your question, and we request you to be a little quick.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy to see you all in the first virtual platform of MSME. I just want to hear about the government plans for the MSME sector at this pandemic time to strengthen the MSME sectors all around.
So I think, sir,
should I answer? See, basically, see, I think what I would want to say is actually like, see, the government's plan is actually like it's a multi-pronged one. Actually, it's not possible to you know put my answer or put the reply in just you know 2-3 minutes time. Actually, definitely, government has been helping the MSME sector in a base manner. First is actually release of 1.7 lakh crore from the ESI, and again 50,000 crores from the RBI actually, and also this you know RBI is also you know reduced that basis points. So now more things are definitely expected. And it's not entire requirement of the cash or this liquidity cannot be managed by government alone. Definitely government can bring in a mechanism. That is what actually I was telling, like we need to completely look at it in a very radical way. We need to like explore a non-conventional way of raising funds from the FDI, from the MNCs, from the corporates, you know, like maybe some chess. So all this have to be tried out. Actually, I think there is no proven solution available, but I think all possible ways. In fact, we need to mobilize the funds available from the FDIs, because now a lot of countries are willing to ship to India. A lot of entrepreneurs are available who are actually literally willing to come to India. So like you can ask these people to pull in some money, maybe 10%, 5% of the whatever the FDI investment. I think that should definitely cobble up as a major corpus, which should be used like a banking. It should be looked like an alternate funding mechanism. And I think that only can help unorganized as well as organized MSMEs for the cash flow. Is it okay?
Sure, sir. I think very well said. My next question is to Mr. Devendra Pal Singh. I would request Mr. Devendra Pal Singh, admin team, to please unmute Mr. Devendra Pal Singh.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
सर नमस्कार सबको. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अप्रैल की हम सैलरी कहाँ से देंगे जब तक हमारे पास इनकमिंग कुछ भी नहीं आ रहा. तो हम अप्रैल की सैलरी कहाँ से देंगे. और एक जो ESI PF का इन्होंने कहा है 15,000, उसमें तो 90% से ऊपर इंडस्ट्री उसमें इन्वॉल्व ही नहीं होती, क्योंकि सबके पास जो सैलरी जिनकी भी वेजेस है 15,000 से सबसे ऊपर की है, और वो उसमें हमारे को कोई कंसेशन नहीं मिल रहा. और मतलब कि सैलरी हम कहाँ से किस किस को दे देंगे, और क्योंकि ना सेल्स है ना परचेज हो रही है. और उसके बाद जो हमारे इंपोर्ट मटेरियल आ रहे हैं उसके ऊपर भी डैमेज चार्ज हमारे ऊपर चार्ज किया जा रहा है.
सर, मिस्टर सिंह का जो क्वेश्चन है वो बहुत सारी जो हमारे साथ पार्टिसिपेंट्स हैं उनका सबका ये कॉमन क्वेश्चन है, और आई थिंक ये काफी लोगों को एड्रेस करेगा.
मैं एक्चुअली इनफैक्ट मैंने पहले भी बोला था एक्चुअली, सी I'm not hearing the views of the government. Actually, I'm only trying to give some solutions. Actually, yes, the wage salary payment is going to be a major issue as per this employees SMEs are concerned. Actually, definitely government even today, like when the honorable minister ने कुछ program किए थे उसमें भी लोग raise किए थे actually, and उसमें भी यही query आई थी actually. Definitely government is trying to work out some solution. I think maybe I do not want to say any commitment in the forum now, but government has seized up the matter. They will definitely come out with some kind of a mechanism so that, you know, like your employees and, you know, laborers are definitely taken care. And of course, you know, like this Nariga, Nariga's fund has already been given at the first time as an advance. Earlier, they used to be paid a little late, but I think now payments have been made given in advance. But as far as the factory workers are concerned, actually, yes, I think let us also hope that some positive and also like very tangible, implementable scheme is implemented in the government of India. I do not want to prompt. I'm not part of any discussion on this, but I'm very sure I'm also like really sympathizing with you people. I hope something comes out.
Sure, sir. We are all documenting this, and I think we'll all make this as a collective voice to go forward to the ministries.
Yeah.
This brings to my next question. As we are short of time, I think we are almost there with the time, but I will take up 2 more questions due to shortage of time. My next question is for Mr. Rakesh Goenka. He's a chapter member from Canada. Over to Mr. Rakesh Goenka. Request admin team to please unmute Mr. Goenka. Rakesh Goenka.
Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
I would like to invite SMEs from India who can make PPEs, which are in great demand in Canada. The supply Canada received from China has been rejected. If there are any SMEs in India manufacturing PPEs or other medical supplies like masks, they should try to export their material to Canada. There's a great demand here.
Wow, sir, that's a great business opportunity for many of the people participants over here. And I feel any one of you who is a participant here and would like to contribute to this business opportunity, I would request you all to please reach out to our Secretary General at our MSME Development Forum so that they can connect you to our very esteemed member, Mr. Rakesh Goenka in Canada.
And Mr. I just want to say one word. Actually, I think as per India is concerned, I think I've been interacting with a lot of people. Now, Tirupur as well as the Hosiery, like apparel clusters are now reconverting themselves as PPE kit manufacturers. I can tell you, like, I think with Indian, does not need a major technology or rocket science. So I think I can tell you, like, now India will emerge as one of the leading nation as per the PPE kits manufacturing concern. You can just wait and see. And there is already a capacity which is being created. And maybe in a year's time or 6 months' time, India will emerge as a major export hub for the PPE kits.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful.
This is a great news. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Goenka. We wish we could take up these questions, but I request everyone, we don't want to disappoint everyone, and we want to make this as a collective voice. Before we...
Ruchin, can you extend 5-10 minutes?
Sir, we can extend 5 minutes.
Please take up some questions. People are waiting.
So taking 2 more questions. My next question is for Mr. Sanjeev Mandela. Mr. Sanjeev Mandela, I think you raised your hand.
Yes.
Please go ahead, sir.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है एमएसएमई से फर्स्ट मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ ऑल एसएमई इस कंपनी को कि जिन्होंने फॉर्म ऑर्गेनाइज किया है। मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि जो हम लोग अभी टैक्सेस को लेकर जो जूझ रहे हैं कि जून में जो टैक्स होगा, मास्क का टैक्स जून में दिया जाएगा या नहीं दिया जाएगा, ये हम लोग उसको अभी प्रेडिक्ट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन कब तक होगा ये कोई ठीक नहीं है, अभी तक कंफर्म न्यूज नहीं आई है। सेकंड ये है जो सैलरीज वगैरह जो मैं पहले ही बात की थी, सैलरीज वगैरह है या आउटकम सोर्सेज है, इनकमिंग सोर्सेज, हमारी लॉजिस्टिक कंपनी है सिक्योर एक्सप्रेस के नाम से, तो हम लोग जो इतने आउटसोर्सिंग जो करते हैं ये करते हैं, तो ये सारे इफेक्टेड हो रहे हैं। तो इस जनरल क्वेश्चन टू ऑल, बट ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट, बस यही मेरा क्वेश्चन।
I think, sir, let's take up the views from Mr. Sharma as well, because as far as taxes are concerned.
Mr. Ruchin, take 3-4 questions, and in the end, when we conclude, we will answer, because forum is going to, it's a collective voice of MSMEs, and we are already raising so many issues, because with all due respect to Mr. Uday Kumar, his government, but we are advocates of MSME, and we can fight with the government. We can raise the voice in a different way. So here are Mr. Uday Kumar is from the government, Mr. Sharma is the middleman, and I am representing the sector. So I am their advocate, Mr. Uday Kumar. We always come to you for the support. And we need Mr. Sharma to prepare the technical reports and the surveys and what government is saying, analyze those things. And I assure all my participants here that forum, after collecting all these points today,
and we are going to prepare a white paper for the government, and maybe within a day or so, we are going to fix meetings with the concerned ministers and the secretaries, and we will take Mr. Uday Kumar's help how we can get the things done from the government. You will tell us the ways.
मेरे पास कुछ रेडिकल आइडियाज है, वो अभी बात नहीं कर सकता, बाद में बात करेंगे।
हमें पता है कि आप हमारे को हेल्प करना चाहते हो, पर बीइंग ऑन द अदर साइड आप हमें घर में बैठ के जरा सलाह दीजिए कि हम सरकार से किस तरह से काम करा सकते हैं। तो मेरे सब भाइयों से सिर्फ एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि सारे जने एक कलेक्टिव वॉइस बने। देखिए, आज हम शुरुआत कर रहे हैं, अभी हम दो प्रोग्राम्स और इस तरह के छोटे छोटे रखेंगे, और फोर्थ में हम गडकरी जी को, निर्मला जी को, पीयूष गोयल जी को, मेरे उनसे पर्सनल कॉन्टेक्ट्स हैं, आई विल ब्रिंग देम ऑन बोर्ड ऑन दिस प्रोग्राम। तब तक हम मेहनत करेंगे आपके लिए, आपके इश्यूज को प्रिपेयर करेंगे, उसके लिए होमवर्क करेंगे, और गवर्नमेंट के साथ ऑलरेडी हम काम कर रहे हैं, एंड वी विल टेक अप द इश्यूज। मिस्टर रुचिन, टेक 2 more speakers. रुचिन,
can we have the next speaker?
All right.
Can we take Mr. Ashish Kanoria from Bangalore?
Yes, sir. That was on my next list, Mr. Ashish Kanoria. I think he has been very active on the chat list as well, who has raised 4 to 5 questions. Sir, over to you, please.
Namaskar ji, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Namaskar ji. I have 3 points. One is regarding working capital. I would request that the working capital margins are maximum at 10%. Second, on the power, demand charges are waived off. That is, no fixed charges. On the salaries, typically a worker's salary is deducted by about 25% from PF and ESI. I would suggest, rather than the deduction being taken by the government from both the employer-employee side, the government pays this to the employee, and an equivalent amount, that is 25% of the salary, the MSME sector, every company pays, so which is up to a maximum of 5,000 from the sector, and 5,000, you know, if you have a minimum of 2,500 and maximum 5,000, so somewhere between 5,000 to 10,000 every employee will get. So these are my suggestions. Thank you.
Great. We have noted your suggestions.
Yeah.
And we are going to work on it. Who's the next?
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Take one more question, please.
Sir, I'm taking last question, as we will have to wrap up. The meeting will get it over on its own.
Okay. Who is the next? 18 people have raised hand, Mr.
Right, sir. So, sir, to do justice, we are going one by one. The one who raised before.
Quickly, take as many possible.
Sanchi, can you let us know who was the next? So, I think we have now Mr. Deepak Khanna. I think that would be the last one, and then we'll conclude this meeting. Mr. Deepak Khanna, can we have the last question, please?
Yes, I have a suggestion that the working capital loan can be converted into a term loan for a period of 5 years at 4% rate of interest, and that limit, we can get a cash flow and the economy can grow up very fast. Number one. Number second, 10% loan extra, which is the banks are giving, are charging 0.5% more. Number three, the repo rate, which was supposed to be reduced by the RBI, has not been reduced by the banks. Only SBI has reduced the 1% repo rate. Subvention scheme, which is from the November 18, has been extended, but it is not given to the existing people who have the loan. This is my question. This is my suggestion.
Thank you, sir. Your suggestions well noted. I think very well noted. Our admin team is noting down those suggestions. I'll take up last question from Pragya. Pragya is from our Kolkata chapter. Pragya, can we have your quick last question, please?
Yeah, so I have just, because we are banning China, for many people are wanting to make things in India. So can we have an incentive like 100% tax rebate for first 3 years for producing import substitutes? So if this can be implemented, like having 100% tax rebate for doing, so this is just a suggestion. Thank you.
So, Mr. Ruchin, I think we are out of our.
Yeah, we are out of time. Yeah, so sir, I would like you request you to conclude this meeting in last 2 minutes, so that also before you conclude, sir, I would like to thank everyone for joining in, and I have just in the chat box I have mentioned the email of Mr. Ajay Mathur, who is our Secretary General. You can mail your questions and queries which are not being answered in this forum, and we promise that next time we come with 90-minute session, so that you all get time to for the question and answers. And as our chairman Mr. Goenka said, we're going to create a white paper without any delay, and we'll take it forward with the respective government bodies. So again, thank you everyone for joining in. I would like to thank Shri Uday Kumar ji, Shri Anil Sharma ji. Over to Mr. Goenka to conclude the session, sir.
Ruchin, I am seeing there are 16 participants who have raised hands. I will request all the people who have raised hands, please send me your query, and I will see that it is replied to you even tomorrow, and it will be incorporated in our white paper, and we will discuss with you over telephone. Maybe Ruchin, I want all these 17, 18, 20 people who have raised hands, please take up their questions, and we can discuss with them on telephone one-to-one, and we'll take their suggestion and fight for their issues.
Absolutely, sir. We will do that definitely. I am again emailing you the correct email ID. So I request you all, please send in your questions there, so that we can reach you and address these concerns. And as our chairman said, we are a collective voice, and we'll make sure, with the help of government bodies like NSIC, who has always been very helpful and kindful, people like Shri Anil Sharma ji, we'll go great ways.
Right.
Sir, last words from you before we end up the session.
Pardon?
Sir, last words from you before we end up the session.
I am really overwhelmed and very encouraged with the response we have got from our participants. And as I've told you, we are going to use our all right connections in the government, and we will take up all these issues, and we have asked other associations also to join hands, so that within a day or so we must get some package for our MSMEs. I assure you, within 1 or 2 days or maybe 3 days, we are going to get some package for MSMEs. That is for sure. We are fighting for it. We are working on for it. And this conference has boosted my morale to work more harder for all of my MSMEs. Thank you, everyone, once again. And we will work together. We'll fight together. We'll be a collective voice